What's the most entitled thing someone has done at a funeral? We lost our baby at 6 months and decided to have a small memorial service, just immediate family. My sister-in-law Brenda has been trying to get pregnant for 3 years and honestly makes everything about her fertility struggles. Every family dinner, every baby shower invite that comes up, somehow it always circles back to her and what she's going through. She showed up 30 minutes early with this huge bouquet of white lilies and immediately started rearranging our setup, moving chairs around, adjusting the flowers we'd already placed, asking if we'd thought about having a different song playing. Before people even arrived, she was already cornering my wife, going on about how she totally gets it because of her 2 miscarriages. Which, okay, I understand loss is loss, but this wasn't about her. This was about our son. The service started and Brenda kept interjecting with these loud mm-hms and exactly comments. My wife's mom got up to read something we'd written about how much we'd wanted this baby, how we dreamed about teaching him to ride a bike. Not even 2 sentences in, Brenda interrupted with, "I went through the exact same thing with my second loss. The dreams are the hardest part." My mother-in-law just stood there not knowing what to do. My dad tried to talk about how excited he was to finally be a grandfather, how he'd already bought little baseball gloves. Brenda jumped right in about her IVF failures and how her dad keeps asking when she'll give him grandkids. At this point, my wife was crying, but not the kind of crying you do at a memorial. She was frustrated and hurt. Then I got up to speak about our son. I'd practiced this. I had things I needed to say. I said maybe 5 words before Brenda stood up and announced, "We're all grieving together here," and then launched into this whole speech about her support group meetings and how healing happens in community. That's when something shifted. The funeral director, this quiet, elderly man who'd been managing everything perfectly, staying in the background, walked over and whispered to Brenda that she had an urgent call at the front desk. She looked confused but hurried out to take it. The second she was gone, he calmly walked to the chapel door and turned the lock from the inside, just clicked it shut. Then he returned to his spot in the back corner like nothing happened. "Please continue," he said to me quietly with this gentle nod. The difference was immediate. The room felt sacred again. I finished talking about our son. My wife shared her favorite memory from when she was pregnant. We had the silence we needed. We had our goodbye. Brenda pounded on the door twice, demanding to be let back in, her voice getting shrill through the wood. But the funeral director just stood there like he couldn't hear anything, hands clasped behind his back. An hour later, when we were truly ready to leave, he unlocked the door. Brenda was still in the lobby, furious, going on about being locked out of her own nephew's service. Later, as we were settling the bill, he quietly told us he'd lost his own grandchild years ago and couldn't watch someone hijack our grief like that. Brenda stopped coming to family events after that, and honestly, our family gatherings got a lot more peaceful.